Welcome to my presentation, and today I will be talking about religion and the benefits it has on mental health. Why I chose this topic. First of all, what is mental health? Mental health is a state of well-being in which a person understands his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. Now, this topic recently caught my attention as we had a lot of guest speakers come to Appleby talking about mental health, and I've also been hearing it in the media quite often as well. In my essay, what I wanted to do was, instead of focusing on some of the more scientific ways to improve mental health, I wanted to know if religion could also benefit mental health as well. So, in a way, some of the more traditional aspects. Here is my revised thesis, as my original one was not specific enough. The practice of religion greatly improves mental health and well-being, as it gives one the opportunity for an improved mental state through the sense of belonging in a community, the process of faith-based rituals, and religious teachings. My first argument, sense of belonging in a community. It has been shown that getting together at weekly religious services can boost higher levels of confidence. Attending weekly religious services can provide the opportunity to build closer ties with different members of the community and a chance to expand social networks, which can translate nicely into the work life or outside of religion. Point 2. A strong sense of self-worth. Often in many religions, followers are taught that they are closely related to God or a higher power in their religion. For example, Christians are taught that they are children of God. Having the ability to understand that concept at an early age, along with having a religious community that can support you, can build the self-esteem in a child, which can be really helpful later on when dealing with peer pressure and anxiety. My last point for my first argument, regular attendance at a place of worship can offer individuals a chance to turn to role models and mentors other than their immediate family. This could be leaders such as rabbis, priests, or everyday members of the community that can be counted on to provide moral, emotional, and social support, all which can foster good mental health. This can be useful especially with teens, as we know that they might not always listen to their parents, and having that outside influence can really help dictate how they'll grow up to become in the future. On to my second argument, religious morals and teachings. The teachings and values of different religions have long been a resource for better mental health and well-being. With religious teachings, a person will expect the hardships and obstacles that will occur in his or her life. As a result, they will be better prepared for it than non-faith believers. An example of this is the Four Noble Truths. It teaches us that in order to reach nirvana or enlightenment, we must understand a specific set of principles. Life means suffering. Suffering is attachment and desires. The end of suffering is attainable through extinguishing those desires, and to follow the Eightfold Path to end suffering. With the understanding of the Four Noble Truths, Buddhist followers are more aware of their mental state and can identify the root cause of their mental health issue faster and look for ways to solve it. My next point is based on a Washington Times report. According to the report, 62% of religious households donate to charity, compared to the only 46% of non-religious households that give to charity. Religious acts such as zakat, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, require Muslims to donate approximately 2.5% of their wealth to charity yearly, and many religions all have their own forms of charity as well. Giving to the poor or charity have been proved by the Harvard School of Public Health to reduce stress and bring positive emotions to the mind. My third point is that religion teaches its followers to not be self-centered and greedy. Concepts such as moksha and mandala reminds us that nothing is permanent and everything flows around, while other concepts such as the Langar Kitchen teaches us to be equal to everyone and to remind us that equality is also everywhere. While also, like my second point, in performing selfless acts such as giving to the poor, a person may undercut their own selfish interests and feel good about themselves. As a result, their greed resides and their mental well-being improves. My final argument, using the process of religious rituals to improve mental health. Meditation is present in all religions, and each religion has an aspect of meditation that is unique only to them. For example, in Buddhism, it is about controlling the flow of ideas from one's mind and eliminate greed, hatred, delusion, and following the quest to enlightenment or nirvana. A study done by the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that meditation lowered anxiety levels and improved activities in the frontal lobe of the brain, which is also used for controlling our emotions. In addition, meditation offers people a chance to connect with something larger than themselves and think about problems from a different perspective. My point 2. Religion allows well-deserved religious holidays. Those who did not go away for a break had higher blood pressure, did not sleep well, and had higher levels of stress. This came from a study from Nuffield Health, UK's largest healthcare charity. Now, religious followers such as Orthodox Jews are mandatory required to take the Sabbath, the religious observance and abstinence from any type of work for one day, typically from Friday night to Saturday night. Though these days may not feel necessary to a non-follower, allowing one's brain a set amount of time to rest and recharge every week does wonders to improve efficiency, boost state of happiness, and prevent overstressing. My final point for my third argument, praying to a higher power. Praying can get one through hard times throughout their lives, because it's during those times that people turn to prayer for comfort. In Christianity, Christians essentially meet God in their prayers because they have a direct relationship with Him. Christians believe that by praying to God, God will do something, and give something or change something based on their prayer. Also, by praying, they can confess and have the weight lifted off their children and get rid of negative thoughts in their mind. And it becomes a marker for distress or physical pain. Though praying may not have any proven benefits, entrusting their faith to a higher power can allow for religious believers to rid their minds of negative thoughts and therefore soothe anxiety levels. My conclusion. To summarize, the practice of religion plays a large role in positively affecting a person's mental health and well-being. By attending religious gatherings, participating in religious rituals, and through religious understanding, one's brain can decrease anxiety and depression levels, boost self-esteem, and improve resiliency. Thank you for listening.